preface of the book that your child requests you.
Yeah. Some of the utensils, for example, leave alone children. We ourselves, teachers in universities, and to some extent educated wife, do not know house utensils and furnitures in English. Therefore, this ignited my mind, and I added lots of things, not only the riddles. And the principal thing is the riddles, because the assumption is that children learn while playing, and this material helps them laugh, play, learn. And it grows up like that. And there again you have tricky questions are there. With tricky questions, they think critically. And with brain teasers, they further think. With optical illusions are also there, and part of brain teaser.
Do you mean even the order of the titles are hierarchically?
Yes, definitely. It is attempted, and not only by myself. Like I told you earlier, my colleagues were there to help me, to comment me, and the child development psychologist also went through and commented a lot, and even added something to the title. That is why.
And what is the response of the readers?
Well, this book is published by myself, and the price of publishing is very expensive. You can't guess how much it costs.
That was my question. Why was it?
Yeah, anyway, after that, I distributed by myself. It was only 1,000 copies I published and distributed it, and in selling, I was almost begging, right? Instead of being happy and buy it, some even try to share their sympathy. And finally, after they went through, they appreciate. And they need for further publication, further copies. And unfortunately, I can't.
Your preface starts like this.
Mm-hmm.
Reading makes us what we are.
Yeah.
What does this mean?
Well, in the eye of social science, for example, what makes me is reading, nothing else. No sophisticated calculation, no other things, no supernatural mind, rather reading. When you read, you become what you read. That means it makes you a full, grown-up individual. That's the case.
How could children and even adults should develop their own stories?
This book, like you know, riddles are public properties, right? Some of them are even translated from Amharic or Oromo to English, right? And a student may ask each other, they interact, they give responses to each other, and answering a certain riddle makes them courageous enough to prepare themselves to the other. And yes, I compiled this thing from when I was grade 8, 9, and 10, and even after graduating in university. And I used to compile, I used to collect everything. And finally, what I found is, while teaching communicative English skills in Adama University, very sadly, I found one of my students couldn't read a sentence, and many of them cannot do that. And I'm complaining, right? Everyone complains. Then how long shall we complain, or what shall we do, is the question which helps me to prepare this thing. And if I contribute this thing, others may follow. Others, in fact, it doesn't mean that I'm the first person to do such a thing to the country. There are many people, and what is different is that, as you can see, students can learn with something attractive. It is colored, it is photographed, and the student can enjoy such a thing, and I try to make it like that. And like I said, in fact, the title itself tells you children and young adults. Where are the young adults? Well, you can find them in universities. If they read from very simple sentences, very simple phrases and sentences, they can at least articulate, and then they may develop their reading skill. And the principal reason for making this material is to encourage reading among students. And if they read whatever they get, their reading skill will be improved, and the quality also will be contributed.
And you have also included the national holidays and public holidays, especially the norm of our people, including the prominent holiday of Oromo people. Recha is also included there.
Of course.
The Arafah, Mescal, and Christmas, everything is
every
included.
Public and national holidays are mentioned. And for one thing, the students should know their English names.
What is your main purpose to include these cultural values to this book?
Well, students should learn their culture, their language, and what is there in the country. Not only that, by the way, we also have endemic animals are also there, all right, endemic to Ethiopia. Okay, and we have such animals in Ethiopia. What is the name of this animal in English? And it adds something, right? And particularly if the educated family members are there, they may translate it into their native language, be it Afan Oromo or Amharic. Yes, they know what the English name is, then what the Afan Oromo name is. They may find the English name here, and what is this animal? What is this holiday in Amharic? They may ask. And in fact, some of the holidays are even in their own indigenous names. Recha is Recha, Mescal is Mescal, and there are different holidays like Epiphany, Christmas, Easter. They know what is this Easter in Afan Oromo or in Amharic. They may ask if they have educated family members.
So do you have any initiation to add such kind of material, or you are going to limit it to it?
In fact, to tell you the truth, I had another material before this, and I want to penetrate into the people, the reader, with the riddles, and other material will follow.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just take you back to your teaching profession.
Okay.
What do you like about teaching, and what do you hate about it?
Okay, very interesting question. Because once I was asked in a job interview, why do you want to be a teacher? I laughed, all right, because I know the answer. Because
what is it?
Yeah, the answer is the teaching profession. The teaching profession is the profession of Jesus Christ and Prophet Muhammad. Do you believe that?
Yeah.
Yeah, if that is the case, I like this profession because these people participated in it. So theirs is heavenly and mine is earthly. And the other thing, I think that I am a born teacher. Okay, so I don't have starting with it. I'm always happy in teaching, because in teaching you change people, the mind of people. You show the way, you pave the way to the coming generation. So for me, there is nothing sad about teaching.
And if it is so, any pleasing experience in your teaching life?
Yeah, the teaching itself, by itself, is pleasing, like I told you, because I was born a teacher, I said. No word can express my feeling about teaching rather than this one. and the sad thing, and in fact there are sad things. Like for example, if your student cannot read what he or she writes, is something very sad. I am not teaching, I'm not supposed to teach how to read words in university. In university, we are supposed to teach how to comprehend, how to develop concepts, how to operate theories, or how to manipulate theories, all right? And if I find my students unable to read a sentence, this is really always saddening thing.
And I also read a quotation which is similar to your opinion, that when I was a child, I used to be a teacher, and because teaching is learning throughout life, he said. And I think yours is similar to this. You mean that teaching is to be blessed?
Of
to
course.
be a teacher is to be blessed.
Of course.
All right. This is a good message for our audience.
Yeah.
And if you could turn back time, what would you have done differently in your life?
If you want me to regret, truly speaking, I'm a self-taught student, a self-taught person. All right. At the age of 7, I lost my father. At grade 9, I lost my mother. Then, yes, I struggled with life. All right. Life challenged me a lot, and I was a hard-working person, and currently I'm a hard-working person. So I don't have things to regret, and I have no wasted time because of me, at least. Okay, I didn't waste my time, so I don't want to regret. I don't want to go back, because there I was hardworking, and currently I'm hardworking person, and I don't have rest, for example. So among the 365 days, I only take a rest only 6 days.
You mean you did well things when you was young, even?
Definitely. Not only when I was young, when I was a child, grade 7 student is a child, right? Yes, from grade 7 up to now, yes, I'm restless, I'm working very hard. So there is nothing to regret about life, at least in exerting my effort to make myself what I am.
And your future goal? What's your future goal?
Yes, now teaching, though, like I told you, is I'm a born teacher, something interesting. You may get bored of teaching if you think that your effort is a wasted effort, right? Therefore, now I want to turn my face, yes, not partially, to maximum level to research and publication, and I also have something to contribute again, something which helps to improve language, improve the outlook you have to the world. Right, I have something at hand.
You have said I get born to be a teacher.
Of course, yes.
And what you are going to do after you retire?
I'll teach.
Sure. Where?
Yeah.
Where?
Everywhere in the society. By the way, teaching has no limited place. Now I'm employed as a teacher, and later I can teach the society. What I teach is not only, yes, as a teacher, you don't only teach the content I try to mention somewhere. Not only the content you teach your life experience, and your life experience will shape the young generation, right? So I teach.
The time is going to limit us. I'm happy if we talk a lot.
Right.
And if you have any comment or general comprehensive suggestion to our audience, you are welcome.
Well, yes, particularly educated people, instead of complaining the poor quality of education, let's contribute something. I, as a language teacher, I did something. though it is not distributed all over the country. It is limited to the local Ayamin, and in fact, to a little extent, it went to Tigray, it went to Gojam, Sidamo, at least southern part you can say, and in many parts of Oromia, people accessed it, and others can have something in their mind which can improve the quality education, okay? And always blaming, complaining doesn't make change, okay? If our students cannot read a sentence, if they cannot comprehend things, there are people who can do a lot. There are people who can do better than this. Right? This is the beginning. Instead of complaining, let me throw my hand. This is what I did. And others can also do better than I did. Okay? Yes, yeah. This is my message.
Dear viewers, time limits us, and this brings us to the end of our today's discussion. Till next time, goodbye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Taye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.